Oh, man, it's that time. Let's get things started. It's this button right over here, right? There we go. That's the Hey there, friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it might be in your part of the world.
Greetings, my excellent friend.
It's so good to see you. My name is Jeff Fritz, and today is January 17th, 2025, and we're going to write a little bit of code today. Man, I'm feeling good this morning. I'm not going to run the long stream today. Look at this. We're already going to look at the hat. Go ahead, take a look at the hat. Go ahead, take a look at the hat. You're going to find out about this hat. How's it going there? There's my hat stand, and it's going to tell you, of course, this is from Midtown Comics. There it is, New York City. From Midtown. I picked this up while I was in New York City over the Thanksgiving break, late November. I went to the Midtown Comics that was just off Times Square. What, it's like 8th Avenue? Hello.
Nitro Evil _Just
Nitro Evil
subscribed for 33 months.
Thank you so much for the resub. Much appreciate bringing that Prime to us. Let me greet and say hello to the folks that are here in chat. They're right over here. We're broadcasting live on Twitch and YouTube. Happy time zone to you, Napalm Codes. Good evening, C Sharp Titan. Great to see you there. Mick Nets with a big hello, hello. Billy Cool with a wave. C Sharp Titan, we'll come back to that question. Let me finish greeting folks there. And Mick Nets actually answered it quite nicely, but I'll recap. Smirking Squiggly, happy Friday to you. Lanky Scottish Nerd submitted first pull request. We had a little bit of discussion about that over in Discord. We'll talk through that a little bit as we review and get that merged in. Guacamole, good morning to you. President Not Sure, good morning to you. Null Sheffo with a big wave. Digital Drummer Jay, happy Friday to you as well. Let's start with that question back there from C Sharp Titan. When should you use, where to go? First or default or single or default? First or these are predicate methods that you call when you're interacting with a collection of data using link. And you want to return one or the default value of whatever that type of that collection is what's going on with both of these methods. However, first or default assumes that there's multiple items in the collection, and it's going to first or default assumes that there's between 0 and many items in the collection, and is going to return the first one that it finds. Single or default is assuming that there is 0 or 1 items in the collection. And if there is 1 item, return that one. So that's the difference between the two. If you're doing some sort of a thing like you're doing a select count from a table, single or default is how you want to call. You're going to get a better bit of performance with that. First or default will run slightly slower. Honestly, you're not going to see the performance difference. You're not, unless you have significant pressure on your system. So don't worry about it. Like, unless you're really tuning for performance, for the most part, don't worry about it. But that's the difference between the two. This is a navy blue hat. The chatbot reported features a bold circular logo with a yellow and white depiction of a city skyline above the text Midtown Comics NYC in yellow and white. The design is clean and prominently placed on the front of the hat, making it instantly recognizable. It represents Midtown Comics, a popular comic book store in New York City. So, there we go. How many hats do we have? We're over 200 here. I need to get more of them indexed and loaded onto the website. But I don't need to like categorize and train the bot on what they are now, because we're using OpenAI to detect and report exactly what it sees. All right. Let's get into this. So yesterday we finished the 0.5 milestone, and I've been arbitrarily drawing milestones in the project we've been working on called SharpSite. It's a content management system that we've been cobbling together here from the get-go as a ASP.NET, as a Blazor application, and it's intended to be a framework that can grow and adapt to many different requirements. But we've been building it in a way that is open source. Folks are welcome to contribute, and we want to learn more interesting things as we're building this. Let's take some shots at some interesting topics. Among those, the plugin subsystem that we've designed that will allow you to drop in replacement pieces of functionality without having to recompile the application. We want this to be a framework that anybody can use, anybody can drop in new features, adapt to their needs, and run anywhere. So, as we look towards the next milestone, the 0.6 milestone, we're going to start doing some changes to the application, to the way that it's laid out, so that we're going to allow folks to build tests that run against it, build automated unit tests, automated integration tests using Playwright. We're going to allow folks to package the application inside of a container so that you can deliver and run it anywhere you'd like. So there's more information about it on the website, and somebody was saying that that the sharpsite.org redirect works with standard HTTP. It doesn't work with HTTPS. So let's try that. If I just type sharpsite.org here, it's going to try and open that as HTTPS. Yeah, which doesn't always come back. But if I force it to HTTP sharpsite.org, that redirect works. So let's do that. I'm going to put that into a project command over here in chat. And let's call this refactoring and introducing test capabilities for SharpSite. And I'll put appropriately. There we go. There's the bot mentioning it. I'll pin that message to chat. There we go. Boom. And if you're watching on YouTube, there's a link to the SharpSite source code just below. We're going to take a look at that over here on the GitHub, and we will dive in and have a little bit of fun with that today. I'm going to get some music playing before we get started here. Nah, I don't want the synthwave playlist. Give me that EDM playlist. Where is it? Where is it? Stream Beats EDM, and I'm going to go down here. Let's start in Mom's Basement. What? It's called Mom's Basement. This is music that's DMCA free, royalty free. Listen to it wherever you'd like. Check it out at streambeats.com. Big thanks to Harris Heller and his team of creators for this music we're listening to today. All right. Let's dive in. Let's go back over here and let's talk about some of these changes we're going to make. We have a pull request to review also. That, you know what, we'll get that merged in first. And we'll do, what? 3 p.m. Yes, the music is really low. Like, on purpose, it's quieter behind everything. I can see it on my gauge here. I know it's playing. Can you hear it now? So it's there. So I have it down a little bit lower and in the background. So I purposely keep it lower behind my voice there. So, all right. Like I can push it up. Here's the project, SharpSite. And we have a list of issues that we've curated, we've put together, and we've said as part of this this second part of customization. Do I read YouTube chat? No, I don't read YouTube chat. NY54.
Oh, you didn't know?
What's my desktop background? It's whatever the Bing thing put up today. So, do I have any hats that I keep in the original packaging for a collector's item? No, I don't. No. That's not really a thing I do. Keeping my perspective is that if I've purchased a hat from a store, there's many copies of that hat out there. And me keeping it preserved in packaging or something isn't going to gain value. Nobody's going to buy it. So, and there's one or two hats that I would say are unique. I have a white hat. It's not white, it's like an ivory color hat with a gold Liberty Bell on it that was a 76ers hat from a few years ago that is a bit unique, but it was mass produced and sold. It's not a collector item. So, you say? Recently got a ThinkPad T41 from 2003 up and running. It's actually surprisingly usable. Hey, that's cool. I mean, that's a 21-year-old machine. Let me know. I can push the music a little bit more. Let me know if how's that, Digital Drummer Jay? So I have this list of features that we have planned for this next version, and there's still one or two things that I need to move over and arrange here to make it a little bit easier to work with the project. Hey there, Eric. Welcome over there on YouTube. So there's the Restream bot passing messages back and forth between YouTube and Twitch. So I do see messages being passed back and forth. There was an issue that had a couple of images attached to it. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Preview. What's previewed? No matter. Is closed. Right. And there was, here, the default plugin. Ocular Malice put together a couple of extra icons here that we can use as a basis for adding additional icons later into the application. I'm going to save these. Hey, look at that. That's from the .NET Conf recap. Let's call this empty. Yeah, PNG. Not a paint.net image. Happens to be with paint.net, but no, not link. Save image. And this is an SVG. Look, a couple other SVGs. All right. And these other ones, I've already got an SVG for that icon saved off. So what I'm going to do for a little bit of organization, I'm just going to move those two images into the image folder for SharpSite. Images. Then I think there's some other logos and things here we can drop off that are in the image folder. Okay. Let's mention that I added them. The empty images to the images folder. I should actually like present and save that first. Hey, look, that's me working on Blazer Puzzle from yesterday. Just create a let's add things in images. Added empty images for future use. Push those changes. Good. And I'll get that merged in real quick. There's another pull request here. We'll merge in and then we'll move things forward. Nope, that's not it. Well, that's plenty ugly. But it's just the two images. Added empty images. Yeah. All right. So that's done. The content that's in the 0.6 branch here has not been updated with the content from main that's been merged in. I see a bunch of chatter going on. I'll come back to you in just a minute, I promise. I promise. I don't want to do a pull request. Right, I want to go to 0.6. 3 commits behind. So there it is. So we're going to push from main into 0.6. Really? Update 0.6 with, hey there.
Code with Cian just resubscribed for 55 months. Woot woot.
Woot woot indeed. Thank you so much. Code with Sean. Appreciate it. No, I don't want to squash and merge. No. We just want to do a merge. Go ahead, show me that it runs properly. Let me catch up on chat. It's got a Pentium M at 1.6 gigahertz and an ATI Mobility Radeon 7500. Look at that. Good morning, TC Coder. How you doing there? How do I structure out my apps, particularly planning stages? I try and get things in when I'm in planning stages up and running as fast as possible. Give me a website. Give me a base library if I need to be able to swap things and provide alternate implementations from outside that website. Otherwise, keep everything in the one website. Everything in one project as much as possible. And you can look at SharpSite and see examples of exactly how I prefer to do that. How you doing there? Gandolphins. I see what you did there. For some reason, 768 megs of RAM on a Pentium M and ATI Mobility Radeon runs YouTube at 360p. Yeah. Your M4 Pro Mac Mini gets really hot when compiling MAUI apps in parallels. It's ARM. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it is odd, but it's spinning up and using as many parallel threads as possible. And that processor is designed with how many concurrent threads? So, yeah. Yeah. Code with scene, that's right. You have an M2 MacBook Air that you're going to be using for MAUI stuff once the Intel Macs aren't supported anymore. Yeah, there you go. All right. Let me see here. Okay. So that all built properly, so I'm just gonna merge. Yes. That's fine. So branch has been merged. So now working with 0.6 should be a lot easier, but it's about to get a lot harder. Yeah, it did. That's right. So we'll set up milestone 0.6. Release train. So this is 0.6 going to be merging into main. This is what we're going to be adding right now. There's nothing in there. This is going to go away because it's just an update. But we have a couple items from some friends here that we can take a look at. Add language code to post in page models. And bunch of refactorings here from DGen1. And it's got some conflicts now. Got a few conflicts now that I don't really want to go through right now. You know? Hey, Pellin, hello. Guten Morgen, Herr Fritz. Yeah, that's me. That's me. I'm Herr Fritz. You can't see my hair. But, you don't go anywhere or I would have a new MacBook Pro. You're currently doing a dopamine detox to be able to code for longer hours. Really? That's interesting. Tell me more. Seriously, I'm curious. We also have a pull request that was just sent this morning from our friend, the lanky Scottish nerd here, that enhances the text editor by adding alignment options. We were talking about this yesterday. That's right. You can't see my hair, but when you do, it's usually colored. Yeah, I know that was auto-modded. That's a little bit crazy, but hey. What can I tell you? You know what? And I'm going to fix that right now. There we go. We're going to grant moderator to Code with Sean. Thanks so much. You've been a great asset to our community here. Thank you. So we updated text editor, added support for alignment options. 108 files changed. I worry about that. Sure. Go ahead, you can run that. But 108 files changed. Oh, okay. And this is getting merged into there. Hide the white space changes. This isn't stuff that came in with you. hang on. As we look at 06, like, particularly it's showed contributing had yeah. I feel like the diff on that pull request with the number of files changed is not right. Like, yeah, these were things that we did. And quite frankly, GitHub feels off right now. No, it didn't change. It didn't change 108 files. And this is your branch? Into 06. Five files changed. That's what I expect. But that feels weird. Closing, and we'll reopen fresh. Yeah, that's what I'm expecting, is to see 5 files. Some things, I don't think it was wrong target. We should get a much tighter summary here, because it's only the 5 files that are changed. There we go. There we go. So, hey, how you doing there, Frank? Yeah, the branch wasn't up to date, but it should still rebase itself on things. You get easily distracted while coding, since YouTube music and other distractions. Yeah. Cutting out all those distractions for the next month to increase your focus. Good for you. Good for you. JTaz with the question here. This is a good question. My gosh. That's good. I don't want to merge. I want to squash and merge. And I want to make sure I get to add the Lanky Scottish Nerd for code. We should get a thumbs up on that from the bot. Right? There it is. Fantastic. So let's take a look at what's here. No, wait. I wanted to answer what JTaz was saying. It's right. Why is it common to hate on C# in dev spaces? C# simplifies so many things because it's strongly typed, because it has a rich base class library and an ecosystem that's sponsored and led by Microsoft. And particularly, there are folks in the tech community who, it doesn't matter what Microsoft does, they will hate Microsoft. That's just a thing. Folks will hate Microsoft. Microsoft could give every developer a puppy and they will find a reason to hate Microsoft. See, now you're supporting puppy mills because now we need to make enough puppies so that everybody gets a puppy, and it's a disaster. Microsoft buys GitHub for how many $billion, gives everybody GitHub for free, and NPM for free, and AI models for free, and now Copilot for free. Oh, that stupid Microsoft. Look at what they're doing, just ruining everything. Really? Really? I agree with you, JTaz. C# is really good. It simplifies so many things. It's a great general purpose language. There are other languages that do a better job in some tasks. There are other languages that do a better job in different tasks. And that's why we have choice and all these things that you can use. But as a Swiss Army knife, a tool set that you can use anywhere from massive, huge cloud applications is my massive. See, why isn't my reverb working? I don't know why. The reverb FX just right. Because it's over here. I'm not sending anything to reverb. There it is. Massive, huge cloud applications. See, now it sounds. All right, fine. Whether it's you're working on massive, huge cloud applications with C#, you can also work with little IoT things that run on a Raspberry Pi, a Raspberry Pi Zero, little devices. It works everywhere and anywhere. It's really great stuff. No need to do another pull request. I got you here, lanky Scottish nerd. So, spent an hour today trying to pair Visual Studio 2022 in parallels with Mac for iOS. Development had .NET 9 installed, but it gave errors. Turns out you need to install .NET 8 as well. That's news to me. Xcode removes some simulators. Don't know. Oh my gosh. Frank, I hope everybody's okay in your family. It's been more than 10 years since Bill Gates and Steve Ballmer ran Microsoft. It's been more than 10 years since that happened. Take that as you will. Where do you get all those puppies? That's right. People still hold grudges for Microsoft for things that happened 25 years ago. Yeah. Silverlight was 15 years ago. And people won't forget that. Like, okay. C# is the only programming language that has paid your mortgage, says Bo Makes Games. Hey, that's great, Bo. Oh, I'm similarly, C# has paid my mortgage. Yes. This stream is best viewed with the online browsing platform. Yeah. C# puts food on the table for Black Desire TV's family every day. Thanks, Microsoft. You're welcome. That's great. Carax asks here, have I ever used code source generators? Have I used snakes to produce client and run Python as part of C#? No and no. C snakes was like it's an experiment that I wouldn't say is released, but it's an experiment that's available that folks are tinkering with. I'm not a Python person, so it's not my bag of not my bag. I think it's a very interesting experiment to help enable Python folks to take advantage of the .NET ecosystem and to allow .NET folks to use features of the Python ecosystem. So there's options. People can't just let go. It's trendy to not like Microsoft. Never mind, folks forget things about Google like that. Folks forget about stupid things that Apple did literally within minutes of it happening. Like, you don't see people talking about the Vision Pro anymore, do you? Why is that? Meanwhile, there's folks that are still complaining that Microsoft canceled Windows Phone. Like, really? Really? Yeah, Silverlight was 15 years ago. And it was Steve Jobs who canceled it. Yep. Not Microsoft. Microsoft kept it running until about 2 years ago. But Apple canceled it 15 years ago. It's Vista, we're all gonna die. You understand being skeptical about huge multinationals? But folks are significantly more skeptical about Microsoft than Google or Facebook or Apple or IBM or Intel or Amazon. Like, okay. What does Amazon give you for free as a developer? What do they give you for free as a developer? What does Facebook give you for free as a developer? What does Google give you for free as a developer? Get back to me on that. Yep, CSnake is very useful with AI, so you could use a Python library from C#. However, Microsoft Extensions AI, as we saw on streams last week when we were doing the Hatbot, works great too. It is more of a tradition, yes. Does anyone have more experience with it? It's an experiment. We're way early in the process. If you have Prime, well but you're paying for Prime, right? You're not getting it for free. You're paying for a service. I loved Windows Phone too. It was great. Amazon gives us Twitch streams with ads. So, okay, Facebook gives us React. Okay. That's a library. That's a framework, a tool set. Okay. What do you do? They don't give you any hosting. They don't give you developer tools. They give you a library that you can build with, which is a pretty good library. But really, what they're doing is they're publishing the library that they use to build their website. They're not going out there and building something for you to use. Loved using Visual Fox Pro and J++. Yeah, see, stinking people went and canceled Fox Pro and J++. Can never forgive them for canceling Fox Pro. Come on. Come on now. That's right. VS Code. So let me head back over. We can take a look at the. Ooh, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at that. How you doing there, Gizmo the Gremlin? Good to see you. No, it's not Cap. There it is. There's your description. Takes a few seconds for the bot to report that. So, can I think I can share something. Is that Junie Von Eschen channel? Is she over there? Is she out there somewhere? Paging Junie Von Esch. Hello? I've been talking to her about an idea that I have for upgrading the bot. And I think I can share. I don't want to give too much away, but I'm about to do some significant updates to the bot. I'm going to be doing them off stream. I'll record some videos that show the process of what I'm doing. Why does it sound like a baseball commentary? Well, let me tell you something. I might have a voice that covers a little bit of that. Junie Von Ash to the white courtesy telephone, please. Junie Von Ash to the white courtesy telephone in the lobby, please. No. Jeez. How you doing there, Alex Trud? Hello. Here's the deal. I will share this little bit with you. I am doing a significant rewrite of the bot, and I'm renaming it. And it is I'm digging up my notes here. And I'm going to be calling it Charlie. Not Fritzbot, but the bot that you see in chat is going to be called Charlie. Thank you for the follow. Charlie stands for C# Fritz's helpful AI for real-time live interaction and engagement. This is going to be a big deal. Frank, it involves some work things, so yeah. So you if I get this done right, it's going to be really cool on stream. It's going to be really cool on stream. But the things we did with the Hatbot are just the first steps. Just the first steps. So, let me see here. Let's see. I answered. It's me, Adarsh. Paging Mr. Herman. Mr. Herman, you have a telephone call at the front desk. Mr. Herman. Any web app ideas? I literally have a notebook that is full of more than 100 web app ideas. That's a thing. Like, what are you interested in? There's tons of web app ideas for things you can build out there. We're building a content management system. Let me review these changes that our friend the lanky Scottish nerd put together here. So we have a text editor here, and I particularly called out we want to be able to specify alignment options. Where was that? Add optional alignment buttons. There we go. And we'll do that. This is 229. Let's make sure we add that to the list of the fix. Fixes 229. Update that comment. All right. So by doing that, it's going to reference, right? There it is. No, that's not it. In the issue, it should have a reference that, hey, this pull request targets this. Yeah, there it is. All right. Moving on. Let's take a look at the files that were changed. So, I mentioned having this ability to specify, hey, are alignment options available here? So added true to all of them. That's fine to start. So that's for editing posts, editing pages, and configuring the page not found features that we just did. In App Razor, window gets selected text. Okay. I'm okay with this here. But I think we want to centralize some of our auxiliary scripts like this in a file. But I'm okay with that for this pull request. We can refactor a little bit, and we may want to be able to pass in the query selector on the function, but let me see what you got here. injecting the JavaScript runtime, upload image, custom button clicked on custom button click. So we're adding an event handler and defining the toolbar. And it looks like this is pretty much the same toolbar that we had before. Quote, ordered list, unordered list, ordered list, alignment options enabled. There we go. Align left, align center, align right. We're going to want to do some, for all of these, we're going to want to do translations. Separator for adding link, image, table, code, full screen, markdown guide. Oh, there's preview. Yep. Markdown editor, alignment options enabled. Thank you. Cleaning up that. And here's the new method for on custom button clicked. So get the selected text. Okay. Is null or empty of the selected text. Okay. This is fine for what we've got here. You added some extras also. That's fine. So this is good to solve this problem. Absolutely on board with it. After this merges in, I'm going to do a little bit of refactoring to make some of these things a little bit more extensible, so that if we do add more features, it's there. But I'm happy with what you've got here. This is good stuff. So it built properly. So let's get this merged in. No, I don't want to just merge the pull request. Hang on. I want to squash. Yeah. There we go. Co-authored. Get that merged in. Boom. And that's merged in. And we'll go grab this pull request. Yep. Add it. This was a request by me. Yep. Put that jam in there. There we go. And now if we go up to the front page and we look at our list of contributors, there we go. For design and code. Thank you much for the help on that. So let me show you just a little bit here of how I would refactor that. And then we'll move into some of the other changes that we want to make. Let me catch up on some items in chat. Sounds wicked cool. Oh, it's wicked amazing. It's what it is. How do you come up with so many ideas? Incredibly jealous of that. I've been around the block a couple times. I've seen a bunch of things. I've talked to customers. I've talked to other developers and seen things that folks want to try and do. You want some ideas for a web project? Let's talk about it. Voice access, wake up. Yeah, see, I don't think that works. Give me a list of 10 different types of projects that I could build for websites using C#. There's 10 ideas. I don't like that this is no longer on a hotkey. I want my hotkey. Yeah, no. I think that's a big miss. I think that's a very big miss. Voice access, wake up. Turn off microphone. No, I want that on my hotkeys. I want that on my hotkeys. So, E-commerce website, blog platform. Hey, that's what we're working on now. Social networking site. That's really hard to build. Portfolio website, online learning platform. A site where users can take courses, watch videos, take quizzes. That's a big deal. Event management system for scheduling, organizing, and managing events. Forum community site. Job portal. Travel booking system. Real estate listing website. Voice access. Wake up. Give me a list of 10 more projects for different types of websites that I could build with the C# programming language over the course of a week. Recipe sharing platform, fitness tracker, weather dashboard, to-do list application, budget tracker, pet adoption portal, language learning website, news aggregator, that's a little bit of what TagsApp is, movie review site, online voting system. So then grab one of these ideas that you like. I like the movie review site. Voice access, wake up. I like the idea for the movie review site, period. Give me some additional ideas and features that the movie review site should be able to do. I like the movie review site idea, period. Give me a few different ideas of features and capabilities that the movie review site should be able to do that will make it unique and stand out on the web. Really? Now you're not working. I like the movie review site idea, period. Give me a few ideas for features that project should have that will make it stand out on the web. And then iterate on this. Turn off microphone. You can iterate on this and use Copilot to give you some ideas and dig into what some of these things are and right, kind of expand on that. You use GitKraken. It's a fantastic tool. GitKraken is. Which is best, ASPX or HTML? For what? ASPX is old technology that isn't really being supported going forward. It is, but there's no new investment in it. It's done. So, I've seen things you couldn't understand, things you wouldn't understand. It's just talking to people. It is. A social networking site in Blazor, that's something you'd like to see? Something like that? Go ahead, fire that hat command now. Go ahead. Seems weird that Microsoft removed the hotkey option. I agree, C# Titan. Yeah, ASPX and HTML are two different things. Ramtena is right. Recipes is a good idea. Yeah, Windows H, no, it does not anymore. That is not a feature anymore. There you go. You bet the Linux logo penguin was created to do assignment for Tornbolt? No, it was not. No, that wasn't. It is common projects for full stack developers, yes. It's one awesome looking hat. There you go. Light blue rocket hat. The hat is light blue baseball style cap with a white rocket logo displayed on the front. The logo is set against the slightly darker blue rectangular background, so it doesn't recognize the Blazot logo. You self-host a recipe app because too many of the big ones stink for cataloging recipes. They've all gone more social. You really want a good idea? You can earn more money on it. Buy me a coffee, Ko-Fi clone. That's not bad. The challenge, and Gizmo, I like where you're going with that. I like where you're going with the idea of a Ko-Fi, buy me a coffee clone. The challenge with it always is, and right, the business risk of handling money. That's always the challenge with those types of things. Last off to innovation is a nice phrase. You're welcome to it, Steve. When ads just kicked in. So when you start dealing with money as a business online, there are all kinds of legal ramifications to that. There's going to be questions to make sure you're not laundering money, right? There are licenses and things that banks want to see. You need to get merchant accounts on various platforms. Yeah, Gizmo. I'm there with you. That would be really cool to build, but the legal stuff. No more IMDb copies or Poke APIs. I agree, Zerius. Yeah. Self-hosting a little recipe app that runs in a Docker container, so I can just run it on my Synology, and I could go to familyrecipes.myfamilynetwork.com, and it pops up on whatever device. That's a great idea. And it sounds like Jeremy's already got something well on the way there. So good for you, Jeremy. That's great. So for learning whatever project you choose, I think it should be something that has aspects out of your comfort zone. Agreed. Don't do something you could already do easily. Yes. Is this even the case when using a payment provider like Stripe? So even when you do use a payment provider like Stripe, you need a business bank account to receive that money into. That business bank account, comes with certain responsibilities, certain licenses and agreements that you have to file as a business with your government. And if you start accepting funds, you're accepting money from folks internationally, there's a world of taxes and things that happen coming off of that. Stripe handles a lot of that stuff, but for you receiving and processing it, you've got to handle that as well. Started down the do-it-yourself path, but you found a good enough one and lost all will. Hey, that's okay. You have Ko-Fi. They explicitly ask if you want to give Ko-Fi a part of the donations, which goes into the development of Ko-Fi. You think it's not too hard, but a legal department and things like LegalZoom can help you with that. Chris Jones is here. Hello. No, don't use AI for legal. But using AI to help structure and build, yeah. You can absolutely. Let me take care of this. There we go. Anyways, Ko-Fi was pronounced like coffee. I've seen folks pronounce it Ko-Fi. I've seen folks pronounce it coffee. I wouldn't mind getting a direction one way or the other, one way or the other on it. How you doing there, Reg? Let me head back over to the code. So, that just iterating on you. Copilot can help with generating ideas like that. I'm going to guess that this one is seeing a similar, 81 files changed. Yeah. Close and reopen the pull request against 0.6 again. To minimize the number of files. There we go. All right. So let me go into right and let's hang on. Do this. Get rid of that. What branches do I have here now? Yes. V0.6. Hey there.
Motown Andy just resubscribed for 72 months. Wow, 6 years already, D.
Unreal. Thank you so much. Really appreciate the support, Motown Andy. C# Titan asking, what's my opinion on using AI in programming? When should you use it and when should you not? When I think about AI in programming, I think there's a bunch of common tasks that we do a lot that it can help with. There is a push by a significant number of people, and some significant people, to use AI more and more in our coding. Generate this entire page as much as possible with artificial intelligence so that you end up with good standards and good interactions. I think there are places for that. I need to experiment, learn more before I can really commit one way or the other on it. I love GitHub Copilot as an assistant to help generate blocks of code when I want to improve things, right? Add language codes for Russian, Japanese, Chinese, what other languages? Right, and Copilot's going to give me those couple options. Like, okay, that's nice. Right. And right, and I can do things like here. Right now, I got to move the mouse up here. Add capabilities to do right to left language handling. Turn off microphone. And what's it doing? Like, it's... I'd love to see some sort of a spinner or progress indicator that says, hey, I'm going and figuring this out. Right, so here it's taking a look at this, 2-letter abbreviation, and it added a method called getDirection. Great, what does getDirection do? Return culture info, current culture, text info is right to left, and it adds the right to left, left to right appropriately. Hey, that's nice. Whatever. So I'm not going to add that just yet, but things like that I think are handy to help figure out and insert in there. Did I need to add another method to go do that? No. No, I could have put the property right next to it. So an e-commerce that accepts payment is as difficult to build because of the legal stuff. No, it's not difficult to build. It's difficult to license and manage because of the legal stuff. Nope, I don't use git switch. I'm not one of those people. I'm what we like to call old. If you generate a sim, you're going to name it Bob the branch detached from head. That does stink. Yes. I agree with what Jeremy's saying here. The AI is a decent pair programmer, but get used to it. Understand what the different models... The different models, honestly, I don't feel as much of a difference between the different models yet. But writing tests for existing code, and that's something that we're going to do here in a little bit. French is in the list. Oh my gosh, I've got French for you there, Frank. Absolutely. Robert Tables is here. It's not difficult to build. It's too easy to get it wrong. Yes. The app is easy to build. All the legal nonsense around it is too easy to get wrong. And we have little things called politicians that like to change those. You wish Copilot would act more like a pair programming buddy, but you find it suggesting way too much while I'm coding. So, Robert Tables, I mentioned earlier, and I'll repeat this. I'm doing a major update to my chatbot. I'm going to do it off stream, and I'm naming this new version Charlie. C# Fritz's helpful AI for real-time live interaction and engagement. That'll be coming up. So, if I can get a decent foundation of it built over the next few days, we might be able to start using it next week. How big is the JavaScript bundle of the app, and how does it compare to other WASM? I'm not using WebAssembly. Let's start there. Right now, the JavaScript that's used as part of this, there is the Blazor Web JavaScript and these other two. I mean, let's go ahead and start it, and we'll take a look. And somebody else was asking, what do I think of the fluent assertions bit? I went through and discussed that in detail yesterday, so I'm not going to go as deep on responding to that today. Open source projects are typically, when they're started by an independent developer, they're typically a passion project. There's something that folks are working on to scratch an itch, to solve a problem that they're really interested in working on. What? Yeah, they got to start up because I had a reboot in here. And we'll drop down into this, John. And we will take a look across the network at all things JavaScript. It says you're running. Like, come on, where's the website? Thank you. So there's all my JavaScript, and uncompressed, we're at about 426 kilobytes. And most of that is coming out of Blazor Web JavaScript, which, when that stuff is compressed, right, is nothing, right? Some of these other things, that's interesting, 0 bytes. Oh, it's in disk cache. No, disable cache. Run that join again. 762 kilobytes, 977. So, and a good chunk of that is the markdown editor. See, this is why I want this only available to only load on the admin sites, so that we can, and actually browser link in there, you can't include that because that's not going to run in the production space. Page script, yeah, why isn't page script? Need to go back and reevaluate page script. But it's so, I mean, right, that JavaScript's going to compress down significantly, right? I'm not worried about that at all. How does it compare? It's really good. Alt-Shift-B to turn off, and then Alt-Shift-C. Really? I've got to do... Got to do this. I got an idea, friends. You know I'm using my Digma Defy. Let's add an option. Yeah, Copilot can become a little bit of a backseat coder at times. See these two no keys here? Let's set them up to handle the microphone there. You said it was Alt-Shift-B to wake up. Alt-Shift. There we go. And this one was Alt-Shift-C. C. And it's Shift and Alt. I'll turn that on. Go ahead, save those changes. Let's set some colors, and I'm going to make these two green. There we go. Save that, and now you see here they're green. So, thank you, base core. You can go away now. Right? You can go away now. There we go. Now the microphone is running. And now it's turned off. Cool. Now I have a hotkey that does that. Fantastic. What happened to Clip Talk? Asks Fix on YouTube. Oh, Clip Talk. Yeah, Clip Talk got Sherlocked. Yeah, that's the 3-word response. Twitch copied the features and integrated it with Twitch, and in the time since has laid off the people that worked on those features and pretty much abandoned that capability that they started integrating with Twitch. Which is why it was important for it to be a third-party product, so that there was reasons and resources to build it separately and grow Twitch. Instead, as Twitch has done with many things that other developers have built to integrate with Twitch over the last 10 years, Twitch has integrated it, saw that there was no monetary value in integrating those things, and abandoning them. So, quite literally, Twitch has killed their own ecosystem by bringing all of those things internally. Twitter did the exact same thing. Exact same thing. Copilot was interfering with IntelliSense. That happens to me so much, Weird Beard Dev. Like, I want there to be a longer time before Copilot kicks in, or give me a different keystroke. Like, to a little bit of what Weird Beard Dev is saying, like, let's go over here. Just somewhere where I've got code. Right? Right, if I'm working with a string and I type dot, right? Oh, Copilot's not going to kick in here. Right, so if I'm working with a string and I type dot, right, I've got a bunch of things here that I could do and I want to flip through it. However, Copilot's already suggesting something. I would love for, if IntelliSense is showing Copilot, don't do anything. I can hit tab or space and it finishes that entry. Give me another gesture that says I'm looking for the Copilot suggestion. Because the way it is right now, you're in this race condition of, is it IntelliSense, is it Copilot? I'd love for there to be just a little gesture that says, give me Copilot. Or let me invert the priority of things. When I type dot, Copilot suggests something, and that same key that would have activated Copilot instead activates the IntelliSense and hides the Copilot. Give me a way to bounce back and forth between those. Because I think that increases the usability, provides access to both features, without confusing the snot out of developers. Hey, Binary Block, you joined a team that does procedural programming in WinForms apps with object-oriented programming sprinkled throughout. Should I accept this paradigm or try and convince them to start moving apps to using object-oriented programming? Well, they've got to do object-oriented programming because they're doing WinForms anyway. you could lean into that a little bit. Oh, wait a sec, Xerius. No, I think you're onto something. Hang on. Wait a sec. I think you're onto something. Hang on, let me go back to base core. There's this idea of one-shot keys. I didn't even think about that. Xerius, you got me thinking here. I'm turning this one off. Remove that. You, go away. No key. And, yeah, no key. Yeah, no color. All right. Let's take this one. Go back to keys. So there's this idea here of this one. They call it a super key. Crazy combination to boost your workflow. Yes. I want a new one. Give me a new one. How do I create a new one? Super keys. Here we go. So let's call this Windows voice control. Okay. So when you tap it, let's do the... Was it Alt-Shift-C? And if you hold it, do the Alt-Shift-B. Okay. So now I'll go back over to Layout Editor, and I'll grab this one here, and I'll go into my super keys, and I will say, you're going to do Windows voice control. So when I tap it, it activates or deactivates the Windows voice control. But if I hold it, it'll wake it up or put it to sleep. Right, there it is. It's awake, right? Like, what happens if I close this? Okay, there it is. It's closed. But if I hold my super key now, it should wake up. Or not. So there it is running. And you see it's capturing my text and it's up there in the top bar. And I can turn it off by just tapping. Boom. Fantastic. That was a great idea, Xerius. Turn it into a macro. I'm just going to minimize this for now. Yeah, Win Control S turns voice access on and off completely. Win Control... That's not control. Window... No, wait, let's do it this way. Window... No, that's speech recognition. That's not it. Yeah, that was the story of Clip Talk. So, yeah, we'll have a Twitch graveyard. Yep. Something like Shift Tab to use the AI suggestion. Totally. I get it. I'm with you, Mac. You notice Visual Studio changing code on the fly, so I tried to start a try catch, then try has changed to something else. Yes, I feel that a lot. Copilot ruined your auto import, so I stopped using it. Oh. Could I have made one of the keys to turn on off the mic as a toggle? Yeah, that's exactly right. So, yeah, that's what we did. Yep, right. So tap and it turns it on and off. This key right here, right? This green, it looks like backslash. But if I hold it on, it's the B to wake it up. So you can force stop Copilot, yeah. Win Control S. Yeah, I tried doing Win Control S. Right, wait, Control is... Right, Win Control S. No, that's speech recognition. I do like Super Key, yeah, Xerius. Win Shift S. Win Shift S. No, that's screenshot. Win Shift S is screenshot. So, how you doing there, Code with Scene? All right, where was I? Let's get back into over here. I was going to talk about some of the changes to enhance what Lanky Scottish Nerd gave us. You're jealous of it? Check it out. you can run the keyboard command. There it is. Yeah, the Digmodify. With a link to it. That link does have my coupon. No, it's not even a coupon code. My referral code attached. So, so the thumb clusters are amazing. So, and you can choose different keyboard switches, different colors. This has wireless, all the stuff. They put most of the logic in the form. I've also suggested using something like Model View Presenter to help separate logic out, but they see that as overcomplicating things. Talk to them about testing. How do they test their logic? How do you ensure that it works properly? Like, Model View Presenter and object-oriented programming allows you to separate that stuff out. So, if you do 2 lower and then replace, does it generate 2 new strings? It allocates memory, yes. Yeah, that is a memory allocating interaction. If you do it on a span, it is not. Yes, it is, but you're also talking about a professional keyboard that has Bluetooth, has RF wireless, has individual RGB controls, RGB controls for the undersides here, fully mechanical. So, yeah. Talking about a premium keyboard, it is. And that's just the base. Like, when you get it fully tricked out like I have it, it's more. I'll just leave it at that. It's more. Let me go over it and let's talk a little bit more about the changes that were submitted here by Lanky Scottish Nerd. Adding this script here so that it can be called from inside of the text editor component. Right, so this one. Injected the JavaScript runtime, and where is it? Right there. Invoking that. Right now, this get selected text really is coupled to that text editor, to the easy MDE container, where really that should be provided as an argument. So let's call this CSS selector, and let's move this. So I'll do that, and we'll go back over to text editor. So we'll invoke that, but we're also going to pass in another parameter here, the easy MDE container text area. And we'll convert that like this. There you go. So now we're passing in that, and this method can be used in other locations. You spent more money on dumber stuff? Yeah. Yep. So it's also got the magnetic wrist arrests. Right? So they just snap in. So you can take it off, clean it up, and put it right back on. That's nice too. They don't do automated testing, it's all manual. Oh. Requires test plans to be written and a user to run the tests. So what if the users wrote the tests and it ran automatically at build time? I'm also going to take this method and let's throw it out into a JavaScript file. So I'm just going to start off with a simple, I'm just going to call this app JavaScript, not apop. Wasn't apop the name of the one guy in the Matrix? No, that was APOC.
Developers,
Something like that. I'll just cut that. Go over here. Hey, Prime, welcome. There we go. And now we've got that method. And over here, should I wrap this in an... right? And actually, don't I have that button? Yeah, I can do that. Right, and I can do this, and I can say wrap this in an immediately executing function. Yep, do it. Thank you. So now I can go back over here, and we can get rid of this. And we can just reference... oops, my fingers aren't where they're supposed to be. Go ahead, do it again. There we go. Yeah, now go ahead and close that. Done. So that simplifies that a little bit. The other one, so that, the wrap text, nice. Should it be a div or should it be... I'm okay with that. And we're going to want to do translations on this. I'm not gonna get wrapped up in that just yet, but let's go ahead and run and make sure it still works. Yeah, binary block. Oh, you got some culture changes to bring there. No problem. No problem. You love the idea of these keyboards, but I don't know my tapping and need to look at my fingers. Yes. Oh, yes. So bring that in. There it is running. And if we go to site admin and let's go to site appearance, and there's our new alignment buttons. Where'd my content go? Where'd it go? Stand by. Let me make sure. Ads are running. They're going to be done in just a second here. Welcome back, friends. Oh, there is no page not found content. All right. I thought I had some. But, right? This page doesn't exist. Go away. And I want to highlight all that. Let's center it. Oh no. I broke it. Oh no. Could not find get selected text. Really? It's like it didn't. It's like it didn't load it. Right, there's that content. You, come here. Come here. There's all that. There it is. I didn't have it referenced right. That's on me. Back here, back over there. This. There's a lot of text it's putting in there. I don't know why. This page doesn't exist. Go away. Highlight that whole join. Let's center it. Hey, there we go. And now if we do the preview. There we go. Save that. And if we come back, okay. So if we go up here and we go to /foo, which doesn't exist, page not found, page doesn't exist, go away. Fantastic. Let's do a checkout. Sure. Refactor. Editor. I don't know. That sounds good. So I've got a couple files that we just... What did I do to edit page? I don't think I did anything to edit page. I had it open. Oh, no. Hang on. Yeah, I was just tinkering with that here. Can I revert this? Git. Undo changes. Yes. That's better. SharpSite. Web. Root. Same thing with configuration. Undo that, John. Git commit refactored JavaScript. Push that John up and why don't you see this? Fine. Be that way. Yeah, I know. I'm working on it here. I'm working on it here. And I'm not putting it into main. I'm putting it into 6. That's it. Done. There was another branch here. This one. I merged that in. We can delete that. And this should be done testing. Not yet. Come on now. But this I'll mark as closed. Thank you so much. And yeah, it built. You bought blank keycaps. Yeah. Have a good one, Code with Sean. There we go. Done. Cool. Thank you. So we have this one. There's the release train. And we have this to look at. That's going to be refactored again. I don't think I'm ready for this just yet. But there's a couple big changes here we're going to do real quick right now. Wow. Alman Abdullah. Hello, welcome. We're going to go after this one. Because it's going to set up a couple of these other ones that we're going to do here. And we're going to need to do this at some point. This is where I'm going to start today for new code to write. We're going to make C# more testable and clearer on how to work with by refactoring the layout. Hold on to your butts. I have that button. I have that button. That's totally a button that I have here. Right?
You can do it!
I can, but that's not the thing.
Hold on to your butts.
This is a big change. I'm warning you right now. Right?
Oh, you didn't know?
Oh, I did. I did, and that's why I'm doing it. I really like this layout for the project, even though it means there's a mountain of files up at the root here. But what we can do is set up folders. See, I don't have a build script that we need to have here, so I don't really need that. But folders for end-to-end testing, the images that are in the project, IMG is, like, I'm okay with it still being called images. Source, yes, and our unit tests in a test folder. So, introducing this layout is going to make it clearer where those things are. I'm still going to have one solution file. And I think, is the solution file here? Yeah. So the solution file is up here at the root, and there's even a filtered solution file. So I'm going to leave the solution file up top here. But I'm going to push the projects down inside of child folders that make it very clear. This is source code. This is tests. This is end-to-end testing. And then we'll set up scripts appropriately to execute those things. So, that's right. Did it not delete? Now, I had a preview thing popping up earlier here, and it's not there anymore. Did this delete? No, it didn't delete the branch. Go delete it. So let me jump back to the V06. Cool. And let's call this folder layout. We're going to move these things. At the end then didn't play, didn't it? The tests are in, they're not in the source folder. They're in the tests folder. So, the root folder contains all these configuration files and references for GitHub. Things like code of conduct and the contributing document and the license and the README. What is CI YAML? That's a GitHub action. So I'm going to move some things around here and set us up so that we can run some of these tests and things. So I need to close Visual Studio. I need to stop the application, unload the solution, because we're going to break that solution file. And we're going to move some folders around. So doc I'm okay with. Images, oh, fine, we'll rename it to IMG. And I'm going to add a folder. I think I'm going to add a folder source, and I think I'm going to add a folder plugins. Fully expecting that plugins are going to be broken off and moved to their own repository soon. So this and this move into plugins. We'll add another folder for source. I already have a source? I already have source. Alright, fine. You, go away. So... yeah, all of these I'm going to drop into source. I'm going to create another new folder for tests. And another new folder for end-to-end tests. That's where our playwright tests will go. I'm going to let's add a README here. No, not README. Yes, I do want to change it. This is where the source code to run the SharpSite framework is stored. Okay. And let's add a README inside of, we'll start it end to end. E2E folder. This is where the end-to-end tests for the SharpSite framework are stored, period. These tests will be written with Playwright. And let's capitalize the P in Playwright. There we go. Looks good. So we put tests, we put end-to-end, and we can reopen the solution. It's going to complain, oh, I don't know where all the files are, and we'll put them back together. Yes. Yes, I know. You're quite upset. Right? All those things, it knows where they are, doesn't know where those are. It'd be nice if it could... Yep, go ahead and remove those. What? Nope, that's not it. I have to do these one at a time? Oh, that stinks. Oh, that stinks. Okay. And yeah, that's fine. I didn't put a README in the plugins folder, did I? I gotta put a README in there. Wait, why are they here? Why are they there? Why are they dumping garbage here? There's the version numbers, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, why is it... It is annoying to re-add them one by one. Is it something in the solution file? No. Let's go back over here, take a look. See if there's something we're missing. Language version, no. 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 That's okay. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Okay. And that's okay. See the references to the folders here? I wouldn't be surprised if they're just off in my solution file like Xerius. I think that's what you're referencing, right? If I understand your let's unload this. Where's it? Close. I want to close solution. Yeah, see those extra folders there should not be there. Yeah, it's not there. I moved it. Isn't that great? Yeah. So all right. Right, so it's saying all of these are missing. Actually, can I just hack this directly? Right, like right. Let's just boom, boom, boom. There's that one. That one's fine. That one's fine. Right? Now if I go back over here, hey, look, they all work. So now if I go back to Visual Studio, the real Visual Studio. Do I have anything referencing MS Build project extensions path? I don't think so. I thought I just deleted those things and they're back. MS Build project extensions path. MS Build project extension. That's good enough. Search the whole John. No. Let's change the startup here so it's app host. Rerun this. And to put them back out there again. Really? Didn't put everything out there. Just making sure that everything works. Yep. Yep. And there's my content. So, it does work, but why is it writing the files over here? So, like, no, and then. No, I don't see the project extensions path. Let me rerun VS Code over here. Why is the div coming in the editor section? Because it's being added. It's a custom feature there. Yeah. Stop. I removed them and I re-added them. They've all actually got the same project ID reference. Oh, because they're all that's the project type. It's a yeah. Okay. I don't know. Yeah. Wait, why is it saying artifacts wasn't changed? I didn't move artifacts. That stayed. Oh, it's new. It'd be nice if it was hidden in the UI. I'm with you. Configuration Where are you looking? Configuration properties? Project properties? No. Right, it's these ones in here. Default namespace, I'm okay with that. Assembly name, target OS, icon. Base output path. Bin. No. Nothing changed in there. Let's ask the Oracle at Delphi. Why would my CS projects compile and write their output into a different folder than directly underneath their base folder? Do I use GitHub Copilot Instructions MD? No, I don't. Make sure you're checking the right custom MS build scripts, directory build props. Let's just check one of the projects in here. No. Oh, wait, that's not even here. That's fine. That did it. Right? And I guess I need to hard code it for these. Ew. Eee. Wait a sec. That reference is broken. Because the plugins now is over in a different folder. I need to fix those references. Not terrible. Do that. Right? Do that one more time. Cool. Got it. How you doing there, Mav? Hello. Yeah, it didn't touch on any of those, but there now the obj is moved appropriately. But the two plugins down here, I think their references are, yep. It actually needs to go up twice. And go down into source. Wants to get out of plugins. Wants to get up to plugins. Wants to get into get out of the current folder, get out of the plugins folder, down into source and so forth. Right, so that should build properly now. Yeah. And here in this John, there we go. Love the word John. Fantastic. And it didn't write the files over there. So now if I rebuild solution, hey, try something dev. Hello. There we go. Cool. Plugins, I needed a readme in here also. Yep. Plugins folder. A collection of the system plugins that ship with SharpSite. Cool. Let's add the end-to-end folder, the image folder, the plugins folder, the source folder. That's also going to bring in Sharp Translator. I don't want it to include that. Get RM cached. Source, SharpSite web, locales, Sharp Translator. Yeah. Cool. Moved into top level folders. See how it sees the renames? Still clean there. Good. And back over here. This is 104. You're going to make this difficult, aren't you, GitHub? Refactored to top level folders. It says files changed, but oh boy. Mm-hmm. Sure, let's do this. Let's do what GitHub recommends. That's fine. And it's come here. You telling me these folders are back? They are. Now they've got both bin and obj folders in them. Come on now. There was stuff in there. Ah, darn it. Why won't you let me delete that? Nothing there. What do you mean I need permission? Goodbye. I don't know, man. So if I head back over to source, it was in SharpSite. Here, this still says 32 files changed. Yeah. No, those are all files that we don't want. We're okay with that. But it was inside web. Those changes that I made aren't here. Why aren't they here? Because I didn't merge it yet? Why does it say 2? You see the 2? I do love Git until this stuff happens, and then, yeah, it becomes a pain in the neck. I want to go back to here. Can I? Where's git ignore? I'm not. Hang on. I'm not going to do git ignore just yet. No. In here. Yeah, I didn't pull before I started refactoring. Darn it. All right. We can do this. So let's do this. Let's do git reset to that. Now git pull. Okay. Yeah, you were right. BizCAD. Yeah. So now if I merge V06, there's the conflict. Yeah. Yeah, where's the... I want to... I get it. There's both of them. I want to... Well, hang on. The change is... Yes. So that change is correct. Okay. AppRaiser. Come here. So that properly does have... So that's good. App.js. Yeah, shut up. But see, yeah, it's going into source. Yeah, it's going to the right location. And that just flat doesn't exist. No, I want to see the merge conflicts. That's why I'm double clicking on it. Yes. That's fine. Okay. Now I can push. Yeah, I missed that step in the process. You're right. There we go. Now we can squash and merge. The build script is going to be wrong. Because it's looking for SharpSite star to build. So, well, yeah. We need to... we need to update the lock file. There's those, and now all the folders are out here. Yep. Yes, I do. Yes. And it still didn't delete all of them. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. Okay. Interesting that it still found the projects. But it's saying app host. So we need to rerun the restore. On app host. So .NET restore. Show me some of those. Force evaluate. Yeah. It's not adding package. See, packages lock JSON is updated. But I think there's a thing here where somebody removed packages lock JSON. They, I need to update that. Yeah, there it is. It needs to be in there so that it contains the updates there. You're happy with the Defy PowerShell freak. Glad to hear it. Sometimes it's a bit hard to type. You get used to it, right? And then you start figuring out, oh, let me move things so that it's somewhere easier. Because when I'm in web developer mode, I really want to be typing things like angle brackets all the time. So let me put angle brackets right here under these keys. So it becomes really easy for me to type angle brackets. Stuff like that. You just kind of start figuring out and leaning into. Yep, takes a little bit of practice. Let's do this. This one. I'm also going to, right under artifacts, file system plugin. SharpSite, web, locales, sharp translator. It should ignore that now. SharpSite web locales sharp translator. Fixing git ignore. Why isn't it ignoring you? It might need source. It ignores those, though. That got it. What about packages lock JSON? .NET Force Evaluate. I thought I removed that. Yeah, building. Okay. Let's see what we get here. Ever try going back to a normal keyboard after using the Ergo? Oh yeah, I have a hard time with that on my laptops. Right there. Bang. New package reference was found. .NET Aspire SDK Linux x64. Disable restore locked mode MS build property. If I do that, bang, bang, bang. This package's lock JSON is becoming more difficult than it is valuable. The duck key, the duck keycap. That was a gift from our friend Ellie Face, and I sent her back cat paw keycaps. Funny thing is, she doesn't have a keyboard that she can replace keycaps on. Like, oh. Can I do a RM? And do something like this? Can I do that? Is that a thing? No. No. I need to go through and remove all of these individually. You stink. Source. SharpSite. Really? You're not going to let me... Oh, I'm up a folder, that's why. Oh! Wait a sec. So wait, if I go over here and do this... Does that work? Ooh. Yeah. Sure looks like it worked. I control clicked. You're supposed to do a thing when I control click. Thank you. Now I've got 3 of them open. And it works. It created... no, they're all deleted. I'm okay with that. Removed package locks. That's not ours, but I'm going to need that. We're going to want to upgrade our .NET SDK. Bang! But a packages lock file exists. I told you not to. Because I told it locked mode, it's in the script. So we got to update the script. Okay. Removed restore with lock in build script. And honestly, the way that I talk through so much of the code that I write here, I should do more voice typing for the code that I'm writing. Stand by. Okay. My daughter just received a thing. Oh my gosh, hey, I owe tolls, blah blah blah, and it's for a state that she's never driven in. I'm updating the build script, so it's not letting me merge and use the new build script. Oh no, .NET Restore, hang on. Invalid restore input where restore packages with lock file is set to false, but a package lock file exists at... I didn't delete those. I need to go delete the other lock files. Packages, lock, JSON. Why didn't it see it? Yeah, an image sent as a text from an email. Yes. Yes. And it created these folders again. Let's just go delete these by hand. I don't want to have to go through it. I don't know why these keep getting recreated. And it won't let me delete them. Yeah, I'm gonna need to wrap up here. Where was it? In here, it was this one. Yeah, why didn't you delete that when I... Packages, lock JSON. Why didn't you delete? Removed lock files. And this is such a pain in the neck. Some paths were not resolved. What paths? Yeah. Installation finished successfully. Error. Where? And there's those stupid folders again. .NET Clean. Restoring across the whole shooting match. That built successfully. So that's fine. I don't understand why these folders keep getting and there's no error listed here. It's just saying, we're going to throw an error because I feel like it. I'm going to turn off the caching. Come on. Do I have Docker ignore? I'm not in Docker. We're not at Docker yet. Now restoring dependencies. right? And these are going to take longer because I'm not caching, right? That took 10 seconds to restore those. If they were cached, it would have come back much faster. But that's fine. So total build time 44 seconds. Right? Versus, yeah, about the same time. I'm okay with that. So I've now got the top level folders that we've been looking for. Okay. I'll delete my other branch. And pull in the update. What? No. They're all here at the root now. And none of them will delete. Heck. What the heck is that? That built properly, and it's not here at this level. There's the website. There it is. Did not create the folders. Okay. I don't get it. I don't know what I did to fix it, but it's fixed. So that's, yeah, there's a handful of things in here that we want to bring in. So not interested in Dependabot yet. Maybe we should. Yeah, clean a build. Didn't do any manual referencing. I just cleaned and rebuilt and it worked. Bunch of paths ignore. But here, running .NET test, and they're passing in a filtered solution to run specific unit tests. So here's the 06 with the new layout here. I've one commit behind. That's fine. I'll just merge that and fix it right now. Let's get rid of C#, Fritz, Sure, folder layout. Pull upstream main. "15 commits ahead. Are you kidding? All these merge branches. Let's do a little rebase. Right. We're gonna merge branch. No. They're not here. I'm not going to get lost in the sauce then. All right. So this done. I don't know if it's one of the Visual Studios that's making it. The command line isn't. That's the important thing. Where am I here? There is here to update to the 901.NET packages. That's something we should be able to do quickly. Would it be an Alfredo or a marinara? I like a good marinara. I like a good red sauce. Yeah. Yeah. I should be able to go in. Should be able to right click and say manage NuGet packages for the solution. Right. Yeah, look, we got a bunch of 901s. Open telemetry going to 111. Sure. Net updates. Okay. That didn't update. That's not updating. You see that? Do it. Because of the central package management, it's not doing it. Okay, terrific. So, how do I upgrade those? right? That should have just worked. Supreme Court upholds TikTok ban.
Finish him.
It sure sounds like it. Update NuGet packages with central package management. Yeah, how do I do that? I enabled it. Get started, transitive pinning, overriding, disabling, global, yeah. How do I update them? I enabled it, yeah, yeah. No. There's nothing here. And there's no support in the .NET CLI for it. Then what the heck am I supposed to do? Like, right? Chat room, am I missing something? Update. And the error messages are, well, central package management says we shouldn't do this. NuGet UI doesn't support central package management. With central package management enabled, it's impossible to update packages to a newer version in the directory packages, right? Here. Packages props. File. Using the NuGet UI in Visual Studio. It's more difficult to complete my work. No. Yep. That's the one. Okay. All right, so that's a thing. Womp womp. So can I do this one at a time? I have to do this one at a time. I have to do this one at a time. Really? What are you doing there? Can I use the package manager console? Even if I did, here's what we're gonna do. Because I'm not gonna put up with that thing. Looks like they're in alphabetical order. Unfortunately, I think I put them in alphabetical order. Components authorization, that goes to 901. Components, quick Quick Grid. Nope, they're not in alphabetical order. Oh well. Components Web. 901. Entity Framework. Identity Framework. This one. Why did you scroll that way? Yeah. There we go. All right. Identity UI. That goes to 901. Entity Framework Core Design. Don't see that one. Extensions Caching Memory. This one. Extensions Hosting. Extensions Hosting Abstractions. I don't see that one. Ah, there it is. HTTP Resilience. That goes to 9.10. 9.1. Extensions Identity Stores to 901. These are all 901s. Extensions Localization 901. Open Telemetry Protocol goes to 11. 11. Extensions Hosting. Open Telemetry Extensions. Open Telemetry. I don't see. Oh, yeah, there it is. It's the one right after. And System Text JSON goes to 901. Yeah, you go ahead, reload there. The user interface should allow you to select those. Entity Framework Core Design. I don't see here. There it is right there now. I don't think it was there. Yeah, I think this feature needs help. Help. Yeah, it's Entity Framework Core Design 901. Extensions Hosting. This is something that's only in... Yeah. That's in that one. Yeah, see, it's this one. No, it's hang on. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. Crap. Hey there, Zeusgram. Hello. SharpSite web. I'll just do that. And thank you. How do you pronounce that? Anik Nim, welcome. So. There it is, the migration one. Git checkout. SharpSite, data, Postgres, migration. Try that again. There we go. So if I click on this one, the only one that it's at is right there. And go ahead and install the latest for web. Yes. Okay, hosting. It's a transitive on this John. I don't want to do that. But down here, yes. Install the latest on Postgres migration. Got it. Rerun the app. Make sure everything runs. And then we'll push up these changes. There's the Aspire dashboard. Click into that one. And this should have run no problem. Yeah. There's the website. Logging in. What? There it goes. And I'm all logged in. Good. Ship it. One more thing done. Right? Interesting. It upgraded those versions, upgraded that version. Entity Framework Core Design wasn't in here, it added it. Updated .NET versions to... Oh my gosh, are you kidding? Upgraded .NET versions to 9.0.1. Is there a new version of the... What .NET version do we have? 9.0.200 preview 0. I'm not going to take a new version of that. I'm not going to take a new version of that. But I will push an update. This is 230. No, across forks. Mine. I didn't push that up. This one. And we're going to put that on 06. This one. Make it so. There we go. Is it possible to add a variable for the version? Yes. Yes, there is. That way we can set it and it just runs through. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. So, am I a developer? Yes, I am. You can see my profile in the About panel just below on Twitch. Okay. Building. We should be all good here. Restoring the new versions. Keep an eye on this, and then I think we call it a stream after that. That looks good. It's only building at this point. Next time, we're going to start dialing in tests. And that's totally going to be a thing. But we are up to speed. There was a question about Docker. That's one of the next ones we're going to be doing here as well. Is building a Docker container and getting that ready to deploy. Yeah. Yeah. So... that's right, Mr. Dr. Robert Tables. Because I added instructions to build the container to the end of .NET build, but and I added a Docker file, but it's set up as another job at the bottom here after the build completes if it's being merged into main. We're going to need to clear out these couple items here. But I also need to get the versioning information into this. And our friend David Fowler had really good success using Copilot to generate the GitHub Action configuration files. Really good success doing that. Because these are such a pain in the neck, and you end up juggling and fighting them and generating and pushing and pulling to try and get these to work. Because that right there is the dream, getting this thing done, and it pushes out a Docker image. But needing to make sure that all these things work properly is important. You'd advise against pulling latest from Ubuntu? I don't think on the published container? Why not? I mean, we should be getting the Ubuntu 24 there. For the GitHub Action. For the Docker container, okay. Yeah, I'm solid on the Docker container. But, I've been running this, and it's been fine for years and years. Right? If we take a look at this whole file, it runs on Ubuntu latest. The action runs on Ubuntu latest. Yeah, it's for the action. Yeah. I agree with you for the container. The Ubuntu latest container, you're right, is you're living on the bleeding edge and you're playing with fire, doing that kind of thing. When we're working with building containers and you're creating that artifact that other folks are going to use as a starting point for using your application, Robert Tables makes a very good point. For the low-level operating systems, don't grab latest. Grab a pinned version of this is my version that I use, and it makes a lot of sense at that point. Yes. So I think we're gonna stop here for today. We are working on I can mark this as closed. But we are starting on the 0.6 milestone for this. This is a series of updates. I called it Customization Part 2, but this is a series of updates that we're doing to the open source project, to sharpsite.org, in order to start to standardize and solidify the references that we're using here, to put some tests in place to make it clearer and easier and about how the source code works, so that as new changes come along, as more folks contribute, as this grows, we've got a solid base that we can continue to grow and make sure that it's very stable looking forward to future versions of SharpSite. But for now, I need to call it a day. Lots of great stuff that we've done there. That's better. I'm happy that we could spend some time together working on this. BizCat asks, is this a good time to try and get this running on your local machine? Sure. You need the .NET 9 SDK, and you're going to want Docker for desktop installed. Everything runs great inside of .NET Aspire. So when you bring the project down, you're going to, if you bring down the main branch, which is the current released branch, right, the current milestone that we've completed, you're going to go into the SharpSite app host folder, and you're going to run .NET run in there, and it will spin up, and you should get the .NET Aspire dashboard. You should get the containers allocated for your Postgres database, and everything should start up just fine there. Should probably have some instructions on the README about that. Because for now, you do need to run that. You're going to F5 in Visual Studio. You can absolutely do that. The only thing is you need to make sure you have Docker installed. And Docker installed and running. After that, F5, and it will bring down the containers, and everything will light up for you. So, am I a senior developer? No, I am not a senior developer. I am a community manager and teacher and principal program manager for Microsoft. So, no, I am not a senior manager. I'm a little bit more than a senior developer. I'm a little bit more than a senior developer. I'm a gray-haired developer. Is that a thing? Is that a thing? Let me see who else is streaming out there on the big Twitch TV network. Who can I get you connected with that might be doing something fun that we can check out, we can visit, and support them? Late junior, maybe intermediate level. Do you see what you've done now? You've encouraged them. Can senior developers join AARP? Those are senior citizen developers. Oh, no. Yeah, it looks like TikTok is done. Oh, boy. Well, that was fun while it lasted. Tell you what, let's go raid our friend One Lion here. No, I have his name wrong. I always get one. Oh, I forgot that it's 11 Lion. There we go. They're working on an open source library that they're building over there on their channel. Thank you so much for joining me. I will be back on Monday morning. It's a holiday here in the States, so we might stream for a good long time on Monday. All right. I've got some other code I'm going to be writing over the weekend. If you want to contribute, if you want to take a look at SharpSite, give it a try. There's folks hanging out in Discord that can give you some pointers that you can look at. There's issues out there that you can check out, you can comment on, you can ask to contribute to. Check it out at sharpsite.org. All right? Thank you so much for being a part of today's stream. I'm going to take off, and I will talk to you on Monday. Get ready to say hi to our friend One Lion if you're watching on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, there's other great videos down here and over on the side, depending on which YouTube video app you're using. All right? Have a fantastic rest of your day. I wish you good health and good coding. Take care.